Hello there and welcome to the first class. I'm going to publish this page in a minute, and this video should be right about there below the first message. So just want to give you a quick drive through of what the first week will look like. I'll be adding more things in a couple of days. My name is Rick Flynn, English instructor for not quite 30 years, teaching a favorite class of mine, English 1001, formerly known as 101C, critical thinking and writing. I'd add reading in there too, but nonetheless, this should be a lot of fun. If you need to contact me, you've got the email. I'll have a Zoom session this Monday from 7 to 9. Feel free to join that. I can arrange other times here. I have a copy of the syllabus I'm going to send to you, and links to students' resource module, or just dig in. And these are the 3 assignments for the week. They're going to be on the home page, but also if you, and at the bottom you'll have what's going on next week, a little bit more time. We're going to be cracking the book next week, but that's okay. You'll see all this. I just want to kind of help you navigate. And as we get into the week 1, here's the same short list I had. And you basically have 3 major assignments, and that is by Monday, your introduction, follow-up Tuesday, follow-up to somebody who responded to you on Wednesday. So 1 message, directions are in there, and 2 responses. This is kind of critical reading, but actually critical moving watching. It might take you 2 or 3 hours. You don't have the quiz until Friday. I'll show you how to go about that in just a minute. And there's a summary of it here. And then finally, by Sunday, I want you to write very thoughtfully a personal insight question response, probably looking at 6 or 7 hours this week. And then again, next week we'll have a little bit more. Now, when we move into it, here's the discussion, objectives, what are we doing this for, etc., etc. A couple of model posts and a 1 or 2 minute short video, 3 minutes. Okay, see what it's about. Get a good idea of how to model things that way. Always try to do that. Don't always have time. Here's the movie quiz. Really recommend listening to this video. Naomi Oreskes, she's the author of the book, Emergence of Doubt, from which we'll be using excerpts. I should mention that I provide. But anyway, this will get you into the movie week 1. And then here's a great section. In this, I'll show you just how compact the movie is. And to make sure you're really on top of it, I have these questions. I have somewhere around 20 of them. I want you to have electronic cut and paste ready responses to all of those questions. Because on Friday, when you take the quiz, you'll have 10 minutes to enter answers for 5 randomly chosen questions. And in those 10 minutes, you won't have time to pick up the movie. You have to know the movie then. So just to let you know, here's different versions of the movie, other streaming services. This one here is the best. It's through Ohlone College, and really good quality. You may as well get that one. It's quite easy. And then here's the quiz. That's not due till Friday. A 10-minute quiz with 5 randomly chosen questions out of the 20 or so that were on the preceding page. And let's move on from that. That's a big assignment. Don't forget Tuesday. Respond to people from Monday's discussion. Personal insight question. This is a whole different thing. It's about writing. And these are the 350-word essays you write 4 of them actually to get into a UC. You might need them as a transfer student, or anything you write really well can be used as a cover letter for a job, and with a few tweaks, perhaps as a cover letter for a scholarship. So it's good to know how to put yourself on paper. That's what this is about. I've got a couple of warm-ups for you. I want you to read through a couple of personal insight questions. I give you an example, in this 1-minute voice thread of what it looks like to isolate a line. And that's the kind of commentary I want. I want you to quote a short passage and explain what it reveals about the author's character. That's a discussion. Don't forget Wednesday, respond to somebody who responded to you on Monday's introductory posting. And then another PIQ, same thing, as quote a short passage, and I give you an example here, and let us know what that reveals about the person. And again, this will be due Sunday. And here's a list of the 8 PIQs. Just click on that. You'll figure out what they are. You got to click on the upper button. Take your pick of one. I think number 5 is the most common and very good one. And then there's a process. You want to have a mind map. And I'll show you what it kind of looks like on the next slide here. A mind map. Let's say you've been playing baseball forever. You can talk about when you started, who your coaches were, how often you practiced, different things you did to make yourself really good at that. Or if you, maybe you helped out of the community place. They want things you've done a long time and put your heart into. Or maybe you've had certain responsibilities that you've really fulfilled. Or maybe you got involved with volunteering, whatever, through your church, through your school, through the local library. Or maybe you've always been fascinated about something outside of any of that. But the idea is to take 30 or 40 minutes just brainstorming who you are and try to get things of major importance, things you put your heart into. Can be a talent or skill, can be a study objective, could be a sport, could be the value you get out of your family, could be dedication to and volunteering to your church, anything that you've really put your heart into. That's what you want to do, and you want to write it down, because when you submit your PIQ, I want you to include a photo PDF of your mind map. And that's due on Sunday. I am just going to end on that. I don't want to go on forever. I just want to let you know what the week looks like. I'll be around tomorrow night, and I do respond to emails.